Hello, hello, hello out there. Today's May 15th. I'm going to wait for just a little bit to let some people get in here. And then we're going to do bibliomancy tonight. I have 3 books that I'm going to do bibliomancy from. One of them is Fallen Angels Among Us by Elizabeth Clare Prophet. And as you can see, I'm very much read this many times. I'm going to do a bibliomancy out of Go for Your Dreams. And then we're going to do one out of one of my favorite books I've ever found at Soul Connections in Mount Shasta. Ethics. The Art of Character. 1, 2, 3 on the clock. And school is in business. Welcome in, witches, bitches, twats, and thoughts. It's Black Betty, and I am Karma's right hand. You know this. So I have already knocked and asked for a message specific from this book. I had to mark the passage because I was in shock. 1:44 on the clock. I was in absolute shock. It's called Overcome the Dweller on page 234. Okay. The novel Frankenstein, written in 1817 by Mary Shelley, provides another illustration of the momentous encounter with the dweller on the threshold. In this case, the mad Dr. Frankenstein creates a living creature that is reminiscent of the golem of Jewish folklore. The golem was a robot-like servant created out of clay and brought to life by pronouncing the sacred name of God over its form. Anybody think about Minecraft or Lord of the Rings when I said golem? Okay. The dweller is like the Frankenstein monster and like the robot creation of the fallen angels and the laggards. Once the monster dweller is given life and fed, it begins to gain power over its creator and eventually turns on him in revenge. The dweller is angry because it is not the issue of God and is therefore not a living soul. And yet it does not contain a portion of the power of God by virtue of having been created with God's energy, albeit a misuse of it. To overcome the dweller on the threshold that we have given life to, we call upon Archangel Michael, the great defender of the people of God. We need his assistance to subdue the individual dweller and the planetary dweller, which is the combined energy of all the unredeemed negative karma or misqualified energies of all the people living on Earth. The planetary dweller also manifests through the false hierarchy of fallen angels. Rather than risk being overcome by Archangel Michael and the hosts of the Lord, they have vowed first to destroy God's creation in one way or another. And to this end, they would make nuclear war. They would destroy the economy. They would wreak havoc on the environment, destroy the ecology, poison the food and water supply, and create epidemics and pandemics by spreading premeditated and manufactured viruses into our communities. They would do anything to prevent the sons of God from regaining control of the planet Earth. And so the light bearers must strategize and defeat them through the power of God and in the intercession in the hosts of the Lord. If we sit idly by, we run the risk of allowing both personal and planetary dweller to overcome the souls of the light bearers before they can be rescued, before they can manifest the light of Christ consciousness. It's up to us to determine whether by the power of the Son of God within us, we will gain the victory over the personal dweller on behalf of all light bearers. This we can do by calling daily to Archangel Michael to bind that dweller within us. So long as there is any karma remaining in an individual, the vestige of the consciousness of the dweller also remains. For this reason, it is wise to invoke Archangel Michael's assistance daily to keep the dweller bound. And after we have done so, we can join Archangel Michael and his legions to meet the adversary against our nations and our freedom. Whoa, when I tell you, when you knock, sometimes you get an answer. Okay? That book was written in 2010. So it is a prophecy. And if you notice, the lady's name is Elizabeth Clare Prophet. Claire being one of the Claire sentience senses. This woman has been considered eccentric. She wrote this in 2010. And everything that I just read has come to pass in the last 3 years. Is she a prophet? You tell me. So, we're also going to go for your dreams, because there's a lot of dream killers around me lately, and shame on you all. Every last one of you. 5:55 on the clock, and you know who you are. Every last one of you. From the end springs new beginnings. Every journey begins with a single step. All you've got to do is turn around and walk away. Walk away. And start a whole new journey in your own lane. Now let's get to the ethics of the situation. From a public perspective, justice is the decisive criterion for moral action in social relations, whereas from a subjective perspective, justice is complete virtue exercised in relation to others. Thus, the justice of one's character is revealed by the way one treats others when in a position of power or leadership, whether at home, at work, at school, or abroad. Justice and its meaning are central to debates about ethics, including vast bodies of literature that take up questions about the equitable exchange of goods and the fulfillment of contractual obligations. The allocation of economic benefits and the burdens, which is distributive justice, the appropriate punishment for criminals and victims, which is restorative justice. I'm seeking some of that myself. And the best type of institutions for cultivating a balanced order in society, which is called political justice. All kinds of justice. Justice and justice seems to be here with this ethical situation. All right, we're going to roll the dice. Headphone warning. Okay. Toes. You're keeping somebody on their toes. Toes. 10 toes down. Yep, 10. There's 10 toes down. 10 toes down. Is there down? D-O-W-N? I'd be really excited if that happened. Nope. Okay. Lady. Lady, you stand 10 toes down. When you stand 10 toes down, you stay a lady. Somebody keeps somebody on their toes. This lady keeps somebody on their toes. Somebody likes Guns N' Roses. GNR. I have the hiccups all of a sudden too. That's a confirmation. Let's see here. Side. Side. Whose side are you on? This lady's on their own side. Bribe is here. Bribe is here. The word bribe. Time to re-roll. I just like take a minute while I'm re-rolling to thank everybody for being here. You guys are awesome. Without you, I would not even have a channel. So I am grateful for all of you. I cannot split my attention when I'm in the middle of the read, usually to focus, because my eyeballs are bad right now. Okay. So I can't read, so I can't really respond, you guys. Hey, Thistle. Hey, Sleeping Energy. Welcome in, you guys. So let's get the rest of the words, and I'll keep rolling the dice. Flack. Flak jacket. Somebody's catching flack. Somebody did something. They bribed somebody. They're getting the flack for bribing somebody. Somebody's catching some sort of hell. They're lazy. This person's lazy. Handy. Hand, not handy, hand. I thought I saw a Y. I was wrong. It was a K. Hand. Somebody's lazy. They won't even offer to give somebody else a hand. Really? This is what somebody's saying. Somebody is 10 toes down and somebody else is saying that they're lazy. They're catching flack because this person's lazy. Storm. S-T-O-R-M. Somebody's stormy. Somebody's angry. Storming out. An actual weather event. Storm. N-M are the other letters that are here. So I'm going to say New Mexico. All right. 10 toes, lady, side, bribe, flack, hand, storm, N-M. So somebody could be a storm chaser. I'm catching storm chaser. Catching flack. Somebody's a storm chaser? Weather events. Something about a storm. So tell me about the 10 toes down and this lady. Side, bribe, hand. Somebody watched somebody hand something to somebody else. There's a quiet storm brewing. Something about Guns N' Roses. Tower's the first card out tonight, folks. We are going to have a doozy of a reading. Okay, something is falling down unexpectedly. Okay, so somebody is having a moment like the little girl in Annie where she's like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Somebody's like, woe is me, whoa. Okay, somebody's having an issue. They're freaking out like, what do I do now? What do I do? What do I do? What did I do? Oh my God, what did I do? Somebody stood 10 toes down and it's wrecking something for somebody else. Ooh. Somebody held back something. Somebody kept something to themselves. Somebody withheld something. Somebody tried to slow something down by holding something back from you and keeping it for themselves, and they're getting caught. They're catching flack. Whatever it was, their hands are all up in it. You are a quiet storm. This person's jealous. This person is insecure. This person is snarky. This person is, this Queen of Wands energy is somebody that is, what's the word I'm looking for? It's one of the 7 deadlies. Envy. Envious of everybody and everything that they imagine themselves to be, that they aren't. Something's not going to get glanced over. This situation won't get put to rest. This situation isn't going to get put to bed. It can't get looked over this time. This time. 10 times? 10 times. Something about a bribe. And bad karma. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Somebody's going to get caught up here. Bottom of the deck. 4 of Wands. So somebody's going to get caught up for something because they're going to celebrate too early. They counted their chickens before they were hatched. Somebody got excited too soon. Let's clarify. Tell me about the Tower, please, and thank you. Two of Wands and the Four of Cups in reverse. Somebody wanted you stuck because you rejected them, or they felt abandoned, or disenchanted, which is a really strange word. This person wanted you stuck. They had a different idea of you. And when you didn't meet that idea, they wanted to block something for you. So we've got the Knight of Pentacles. Somebody that was supposed to carry something to you. Somebody that was supposed to hand deliver something to you. They did not. Nine of Wands, and now they're catching all the flack for it. This person might have wanted what was yours and took it. Ace of Cups in reverse. See, there is no favor from God on this person at all. This person stole something that was meant for you. They've kept something back from you. They've kept a message. They've kept information. They have been jealous and insecure. They've been trying to lay you to rest, literally. You can't be killed. I'm not even going to mince words. There's somebody that's trying to actively have you done in, and there's a time frame on it. Well, their karma just turned around because there's something fortunate happening for you. There's something that's like looking up. Your foundation is secure, you're content, and you're peaceful right now. With the Four of Wands, you've got balance, you've got structure, you've got, and they're in the midst of this bad karma. They can't lay you to rest here. Look, the Moon in reverse. They're being exposed for who they are. Yeah, God has no favor over this person. They're helping you expose this person. 10 of Cups. Because God's going to give you your ultimate happily ever after here. And it started all with a good sturdy foundation. You've got a good strong foundation. That's why you're going to get your ultimate wish fulfillment. You're going to get what you want despite somebody holding something back, despite somebody keeping something, stealing something, or preventing you from attaining something here. Six of Swords. You're going to sail onto calmer waters. You're going to be able to walk away peacefully. You're going to be able to stay 10 toes down and continue to remain a lady and hold your peace. Four of Pentacles. So tell me, what is this that was held back? Somebody was bribed to do this. Somebody took a bribe to hold you back, to prevent you from... Somebody watched this person get this handoff. That's this Tower. Somebody watched somebody get a handoff. And they're trying to lay you to rest, but you're over here... with the Four of Wands, and then you're over here with the Ten of Cups is where your energy's at. Look, somebody wants you to not be able to connect with your higher power. They don't want you to stay peaceful or meditate. And what's that word, storm? Oh, what's that right there? Look, does it say stormy on that card? I don't know if you can see it or not. It says it right here though. Stormy. Storm. This person wanted you to not be grounded, to not be chill, to not be in your peaceful place. They wanted you tumultuous. Somebody was trying to rile you up. Air is here. Do you see the way that flew? So somebody really thought they had a big idea. Somebody thought that they could outthink you. Spiritual cleansing. This person doesn't understand how protected you are by God. okay? The Most High, the angels, your ancestors. You've even got other people's deceased family members that are trying to get through you and get messages to these people, and they're kicking these people's butts. Like, hello, McFly. Like, earth sign, healer. So we've got somebody that is already grounded. They're a healer. They spiritually cleanse. They meditate, but they're trying to block this for you. Somebody is working on blocking, on slowing you down, on laying you to rest, on giving you bad karma, on slowing you down. The Tower it's not working. Whatever they did to hold you back with that Four of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands in reverse, like literally, I'm going to withhold some pertinent information, or I'm going to withhold help, withhold aid, withhold the truth, withhold money, affection, something to prevent this person from elevating, from moving forward, from getting anywhere, to slow them down on their trajectory. This person took whatever this was that they were supposed to give you for themselves because they were jealous, they were insecure, they were petty, they were envious. And now they're having bad karma, and you're having a new beginning. You're having a happy foundation here. This person with the Two of Wands wanted to make you feel like you had to make some sort of a decision. And what you did decide was to reject what bullshit they were serving you. Like, I would not like a side of smoke up my ass today. No, thank you very much. You know that this person is responsible for holding something back, and now they're busted, and now they're beat, and now they are let's just say the shit rolls downhill, okay? And they have no love, no protection, no divine guidance from God. They're being revealed, they're being exposed, while you're getting everything your little heart desires and wants, and you get to walk away clean slate, walk away. Somebody does not want you to seem grounded. They want you to seem tumultuous. They want to poison other people's ideas of you. With the air here, it's an element. It's not necessarily air signs. Air is, as an element, it's thoughts, it's imagination, it's inspiration, it's divine guidance. So this person wants you to be aloof or seem like you are spaced out, space cadet. Okay, but you are just very spiritually minded. You're spiritually cleansed, you're grounded, and you're a healer. You're meant to help other people leave their karmic path. This is Saturn, okay? It says karmic path right on the bottom. You're here to lead people away from their secular vices, so to speak, right? To help them all start a new life. Those people that are looking for a new way of living, possibly rough people that wouldn't know God another way, that wouldn't recognize God unless they were literally slapped upside the head with it. Right? So sometimes Spirit has to give people a little bit of a wake-up call. That might be the hand right upside the back of the head, right? Hand and side are in the words today. That might be the storm. That storm might be literally somebody, like Spirit bitch slapping somebody upside the back of their head, clearing their core wounds, helping somebody get rid of their old behavior patterns and start healing. Like I just said, people who wouldn't recognize God another way, and help them get off their karmic path towards a new life by clearing their core wounds. somebody that's rough enough to understand what it's been like to be in those positions, and somebody that's bloomed, blossomed, and come out of it themselves. Somebody that's one with themselves, literally one with self. So it can be done, and that is the thing that God is trying to say here. Patience, 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 patience. Patience is a virtue. All is coming along all is as it should be. You are here for the naysayers that think that you couldn't possibly be a voice for God. How else is God going to reach people if there are no testimonies to be given? Riddle me this. If there were not mountains to be climbed, how could anybody say they've summited? If there were not races to be won, how can anybody say they finished first? If there were not grades to be earned, how could anybody say they were at the top of their class? All is in divine order. If there were no people that have dug themselves out of the gutter to find God, how would other people find their way out of the gutter? Riddle me that. So the next time you tell somebody you don't think that they could know God because they do it with cards, think that they're speaking in tongues rather than working for your pool company. The next time you want to use somebody's religion against them, you better damn sure make sure they're not an ordained minister sent here to pull people up out of the mud because they did it first. Especially when you're named after a chapter in the Bible, ma'am. So, with that being said, what is the outcome of this reading here? Ask, listen, and allow. Trust. When you open your heart and ask questions and listen to other people's perspectives and allow room for understanding and acceptance, maybe people wouldn't feel so persecuted. Maybe people would think you understood your holy book. Maybe people would believe just for a second that you believed in God and actually walked the path. Maybe if you ask questions instead of damned people with your persecutorial beliefs. The next time you want to shun somebody from an entire community, from being able to have a job, from being able to go to school without being put upon because they have a different way of believing in God than you, perhaps those people should remember to judge not lest ye be judged. And those that live in glass houses should not throw stones. Oh, wait. And let he without sin throw the first one, right? So before you think somebody doesn't know God, you better be damn sure that they aren't a direct pipeline first. You better be damn sure that they are not blessed beyond measure with a gift you could never begin to understand, let alone possess yourself. There are 144,000 of us sent here to wake everybody up to the fact that God is not in a building. God is right here inside your heart. And if you are so dark inside yourself that you would actually try and use your God to tell somebody else that they do not belong somewhere, you better think about where the fuck you think you do. Do you belong in heaven with that kind of behavior? Let's just call that the pot calling the kettle black, right? Let he who is without sin cast the first stone. Seriously, seriously, seriously. Instead of walking the pathway and being Christ-like, you use your belief in Christ to tell people they don't belong, they're never going to make it, to ostracize them from fucking game night. Every last one of you is playing devil's advocate and don't even know it. I'm closing the reading right there. And remember, bitches, if I can manage to not be a piece of shit with my speaking in tongues non-Christian self, then so the fuck can all of you. Black Betty out.